Friends, good morning once again from Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Right now we're headed over to Whitefish Point. There's a shipwreck museum, so we're going to check that out, and I think there's a lighthouse up there too, so should be getting a little bit of everything. And then later on in the day we're going to come back here for lunch, and then we'll go over to what the locals refer to as Root Beer Falls. So that's kind of our plan for the day and for the episode, and let's get in the truck and get going. Friends, welcome to Whitefish Point. We're here at the Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum, so let's go see what this place has to offer, and then we're going to probably also walk out to the point.
They are the most vast and vital bodies of fresh water on Earth. The North American Great Lakes, Ontario, Erie, Michigan, Huron, Superior. Their shorelines, a mystical meeting place of rocks, trees, and water. But beyond the peaceful lakeside lies an alien world of chilling depths and sudden violent storms. A world where even the mightiest of vessels can be devoured by the fury of the waves.
So they have a 20-minute movie here which talks about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. This was a freighter back in the 70s. Somewhere here at the museum they have actually the bell from the freighter they brought up as a memorial for the families of those who died. 29 people died when the freighter went down. I said there was like 35-foot waves crashing down on the ship.
I didn't know the Edmund Fitzgerald went down in Canadian waters.
So the Canadian government helped bring the bell back up.
They played a major part in raising the bell. So I think the bell's over there. We're gonna go take a look.
So the building we just toured was the lighthouse keeper's house or quarters. It was a two-story duplex. The lighthouse keeper would live in one side and his assistant in the other. Neat building. They had it like decorated like the 1920s. Very, very interesting, the history here. Now this lighthouse you can't climb or see, but there's a viewpoint out here we're going to go check out and you know, see what we can see. Seems like most of the shipwrecks in the whole like area happen just right out here. There's a sign that actually says that this is where pretty much most of the wrecks in the Great Lakes happen. It's a thin channel, a lot of groundings, a lot of collisions, and it's windy and foggy and snowy, and so pretty much the worst case scenario for sailing a ship. So in the late 1800s, there was like 3 wrecks that happened, shipwrecks that happened out here on the waters. That prompted Congress to put up these life-saving stations in the Coast Guard all along the coast here. And this was like I said, this is treacherous waters, the perfect storm, essentially. The largest, deepest lake and all the wind, the stuff that happens here, it just creates all these problems. So they put up these life-saving stations. So when the wrecks would happen, they had people ready to go try to save as many people as possible. So we're just leaving the Shipwreck Museum. I think that was a pretty worthwhile stop. Very interesting. Learned a lot about the Fitzgerald and some other boats. What was the other one?
Oh, there's a lot that went down right in this area. The Niagara, the Comet, the Manitoba, the Alberta. A lot of collisions. More than I would have thought were collisions. Yeah,
you wouldn't think boats, like big boats, would collide, but I guess it gets so foggy and the weather's just so bad that they can't even see.
Yeah, so that I think was a lot of before radar and sonar came on the scene. So
well, and like the Fitzgerald, it had 2 radars actually on the boat, but for whatever reason they both got damaged because of the storm.
Yeah, this was a really worthwhile stop. There's pretty ample parking. It's pretty full now, and it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Come early.
They've got RV parking though, specifically, so that's nice. Decent price to get in. $15 for an adult, $11 for a youth. Children 5 and under are free.
It's worth it. We're gonna stop. There's a harbor just back the way that looked interesting, so we're gonna go check that out, you know, see some more sights. Yeah, then we're headed back to see the Upper Falls. It's wild how we can be in one of the most remote places that I've ever been in my life. Like, you just drive for miles and not see anything or any signs of civilization, but yet you got a packed parking lot here. I don't know, hundreds of people. So everybody's here just to see this waterfall, I guess. So yeah, we're at the Upper Falls parking area now. We're gonna go see what the really big falls is all about. Oh, can you see why they call it Root Beer Falls? Well, what do you think of the waterfall?
It's cool. I don't understand how this is the biggest waterfall in the east of the Mississippi, though.
It's not. I think I read that somewhere, but it's not.
No, but it's cool, and the river's really big.
Kind of reminds me of the falls at Letchworth, if you've been to Letchworth. And if you haven't, just watch our videos.
One of the falls at Letchworth, yeah.
Yeah. The ones there, though, aren't root beer colored quite like this one.
No,
this is very
dark.
unique. Friends, you'll notice these blue blazes here on the fence and the markers on the fence. Those are to signify that we're right now on the North Country Scenic Trail. If you've followed the channel for a while, you'll know I've been on this trail before, but back in Pennsylvania, when we were hiking at Minister Creek, we came across the North Country Scenic Trail. Now, how it gets from the lower peninsula of Michigan to the upper, I'm not sure. Probably do some research, might put that in there. But yeah, pretty cool that you can hike these trails like this one and the Appalachian Trail all across the country. I really like some of these views where the trees kind of frame out the falls from up above here. There was a really great one at Tahquamenon where you could see from above and it was just framed out real nice. And hopefully some of these with the camera and stuff turn out to be just as good. I should have taken an actual iPhone picture back there. Remind me when we pass it later. Alright, so here we have 181 stairs to go down, so double what we just did. Let's see if it leads us to something better at the bottom. Of course, I don't know how it could get better than what we've seen at the other one. Alright, so I want to talk a little bit about the campground here at Tahquamenon Falls State Park because I think it's the best campground of all the three that we've stayed at so far. Do you agree that this is the best campground that we've stayed at so far?
Yes.
What makes it so?
It's a lot less crowded. We have more space. The site is huge. It was easy to get in. It seems like it's getting busy today. Today's a Thursday. There's a lot of people left. A lot of people came in. But it's still not overcrowded. We're not, you know, breathing in our neighbor's fire smoke. We're breathing in our own fire smoke, so.
Yeah, it's the weekend crowd's starting to come in. A lot of people coming and going for sure while we're here. This site is a 50 amp. It's the only one.
It's one of the there's only a couple here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them here that are 50 amp, but it's the only site that we've had over the course of this journey that is 50 amp.
We don't even need it.
And we haven't run the AC once since we've been here. It hasn't been above like 75 degrees maybe. It's been breezy. But there were things I liked about Silver Lake that had a vibe about it that was really cool with all the off-road stuff. But that campground could use a little TLC. Traverse City had a nice atmosphere as well with pine trees and stuff. But it was so hard to get in and out of that it kind of ruined the experience a little bit. This place, as you can see, the sites are big and wide open and easy to get in and out of and all that stuff. They got a newer bathhouse here, and at the other loop they're renovating the bathhouse. We rode the e-bikes over there the other day and was able to check that out, and yeah, it's a nice loop as well. But just everything about the feel of this place, I like it. I like Michigan state parks in general though. They all have those nice fire pits like this. They've all got picnic tables. There's a consistency amongst the state parks here, which we haven't seen elsewhere, so that's nice. 35-foot rig got in here easily. We're going to talk more about Michigan state parks and how to RV in them in an upcoming episode. In just a couple weeks, we'll do just a quick overview of everything that is involved in that. Tomorrow we're going to Pictured Rocks, so that'll be next week's episode. And so yeah, make sure you tune in next week at 5 o'clock on Thursday, because that's what you'll see. Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. We're taking a boat over there, so see how that goes.